motherfuckers, are we live right now? If you're with me at home, say, yeah.
Yeah.
Say, yeah.
Yeah.
Say, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, I missed you.
Hi.
I missed all of you.
Hi.
Mazel tov, motherfuckers. You made it through the summer. Look how tan Willie got.
I'm serious. This is the tannest I've been in a very long time.
He's almost not translucent.
It's a big deal for me.
What have you been doing? I missed you all so much. Saturday nights have not been the same. Welcome to Tough Cookies episode 102, baby.
Season 2?
I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. I just missed you so much. I just had to go live, and when my good pal Frankie Valli gave me a call and said, I want to do that Tough Cookie show. I want to do that Tough Cookie. I said, yes, for you, Frankie, we're coming back.
I said, yeah, right?
And I said, hey, George,
Yeah.
get the fuck over here. Get the fuck over here.
Strap in. There's going to be a lot of that accent happening today.
We are so excited to have the original Jersey boy, Mr. Frankie Valli, who just sounds still incredible after 65 years
My God.
of hits. Stick around, invite all your pals into the room for Tough Cookies, because we have a true living legend, a New Jersey legend, a rock and roll legend, a pop music legend, Frankie Valli.
The Jerseyest boy that ever lived.
The OG Jersey boy. We're going to be talking to Frankie in a minute. In the meantime, let me know, where are you right now? How are you feeling? And like spiritually, psychologically, like what's going on with you? I want to know, are you stressed? Are you excited? Are you thirsty? Are you horny? Like, what are you? I'm all of those things. So let's get it started with a little bit of low cut, Connie. Something for all my pals right here in Philly. A little something called Dirty Water. Hit it, Willie. Oh, hands up. Put your hands up. Come on, Tough Cookies at home. Put your hands in the air. I want to hear you singing with me now. Betting on red now, babe, till we run out of money. Keep telling the same dumb joke till we both think it's funny. Yeah. playing with an incredible group of musicians with the Low Cut Connie band. Have you heard of them? 8 people.
Oh, they're really cooking right now.
We did one show in Pittsburgh, outdoors in the rain.
It's good.
It felt good. And next week, where are we going? We're going to Nashville, Tennessee, to the Pilgrimage Festival.
That's right.
Then we're going to be in Atlanta. I hope to see some of our pals in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Then we're going to be in Philly.
Yeah, baby.
We're going to be in Jersey City.
Yeah.
We're going to be in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, baby.
Where the fuck else are we going to be?
We're gonna be in New York.
New York? Asbury Park?
Chicago.
Columbus?
Chicago.
Chicago?
Oh, yeah. Are we ever?
Boys and girls, over the last couple of months, over the summer, I have missed doing this show so much. We are going to try our damnedest to keep this going. We're going to do at least one Tough Cookies a month, and you can always go back and watch 101 hours of this bullshit. Right, George?
That's right.
Right, camera girl?
Oh, yes.
Right? Yeah. You could go back to patreon.com/lowcutconnie. Right, George?
ToughCookies.tv.
Toughcookies.tv.
Yeah.
You have so much you can watch, and we're going to keep adding to it. And tonight, my very special guest, Frankie Valli, we're going to be talking to him, a living legend. In the meantime, I would like to remember some amazing artists that have had a profound impact, not just on me and Will, our music, but the entire culture. First, I would like to honor the late, great Don Everly of the Everly Brothers. What can I say about the Everly Brothers? The sound of those voices is like heaven to me. And we're going to do a little something to honor the late, great Don Everly, the Everly Brothers, a song that everybody knows. Please sing along. Put your hands up. Whoa. Don't want your love anymore. Don't want your kisses, that's for sure. I die each time I hear that sound. Here he comes, that's Kathy's clown. When you see me shed a tear, well then you know that I'm sincere. But then you treat me so bad, make me awful sad. You know you don't even care. Don't want your love anymore. Don't want your kisses, that's for sure. I die each time I hear this sound. Here he goes, that's Kathy's clown. You know I gotta stand tall. You know a man can fall. But when you see him start to cry, you see him walking by, oh, it's not a man at all. I will. Don't want your love anymore. Don't want your kisses, that's for sure. I die each time I hear that sound. Here he comes, that's Kathy's clown. That's Kathy's clown. That's Kathy's clown. Yes! Thank you,
cha-cha-cha
Everly Brothers.
that ending. Oh
I
my
did. Tonight is all about the cha-cha-cha. Tonight is all about the cha-cha-cha. Just like this little thing right here.
Oh, man. Did you learn that one? You didn't tell me to learn that.
Love that song. Ooh, you're gonna have to wait. I also want to talk about my favorite rock and roll drummer of all time.
Let us not forget.
From my absolute favorite band of all time. If you watch this show, if you've ever seen Low Cut Connie on stage, it will not surprise you to know that the Rolling Stones are my favorite band of all time. And their music inspires me every day. And, you know, in a lot of ways, it was Charlie Watts' band. That feel that made you dance, that made you feel so much. All those iconic songs wouldn't be anything without Charlie Watts. So tonight we're gonna remember the late, great Charlie Watts. And with Low Cut Connie, we're gonna do our best. Not just tonight, not just on our tour upcoming, but going into next year and beyond to keep the flame of that rock and roll music and the ideas that the Rolling Stones put out into the world. We're gonna try and keep that alive. So tonight, this is a little something for Charlie Watts. Thank you, Charlie. Everybody sing along if you know it. Disappear. said goodbye. Yeah. Oh God, Willie.
Oof.
Woo.
Felt that one. Ooh.
Thank you, Charlie Watts, for all the years, all the inspiration. Woo, God, that hit me hard. We have covered so many Rolling Stone songs on this show. You can go back to the archive, right, George? Show them how to do that.
Well, you just go to toughcookies.tv and they're all there.
Show me how.
Yeah.
Show me how to do the thing. Make the thing do the thing.
The best way that we can honor Charlie Watts, besides putting on Exile on Main Street and cranking it up to 11, is, to incorporate all the joy of that music and those performances that the Stones have given us for 60 plus years. Just a little bit of that. If we could get a little bit of that with our band, Low Cut Connie, on stage, that's our way of keeping the flame alive. Thank you, Willie, for doing that.
Sure.
I
man.
want to thank our good pals of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for presenting tonight's show and for helping us put this together, right, Georgie?
That's right.
We have an unbelievable performer with us tonight. An artist, a true artist, from New Jersey like myself. We had an incredible conversation, and I want to go talk to my pal Frankie Valli right now. He has a new album out right now called A Touch of Jazz. This is the first time in his 65-year career that he's done an entire jazz record, and it's fantastic. It's fantastic. So I started out by asking Frankie Valli about how he learned to sing this kind of music, and it turns out that he learned a little something from his very good pal and New Jersey friend, Frank Sinatra. So let's go talk to Frankie Valli about his friendship and what he learned from Frank Sinatra. We'll be right back. 5, 4, 3, 2. Thank you for doing this, Frankie. I've been looking forward to this for so long, and I love this new record, A Touch of Jazz.
Well, thanks.
Listen, I want to ask you about your love of jazz. We haven't heard this side of you, before, but you sound a little bit like in the vein of Little Jimmy Scott, or who are your favorite jazz singers? Like, where did you pick up that style from?
Jimmy was certainly an inspiration for me.
The organ work by Joey DeFrancesco is fantastic on this record. Were you always a fan? Yeah.
He is definitely, if there is or ever was, he and Jimmy Smith were very, very close.
Were you always a fan of jazz?
Yes.
And is this always where you wanted to be vocally, singing jazz?
Well, originally I didn't want to be a pop singer. I was more into standards, guys like Sinatra, and Tony Bennett, and Billy Eckstine, and Nat King Cole.
My favorite song on the record is actually the last song, The Last Request. Where does that song come from, Last Request?
That was written by Artie Schreck, who was also very inspirational in putting this project together. And we had been working on it and talking about it for years, and finally did put it to bed.
I wanted to ask you about what you learned musically from your friend Frank Sinatra. I know that he gave you a little bit of guidance about your vocals back in the 60s. What did you take from him vocally?
Well, there was no one that I had ever heard in my life that could take a song and get so much out of the lyric.
Yeah.
And we had a conversation about this once, he and I, and we talked about how important it was to learn the song musically, but more importantly, to learn what the song is saying.
Sure.
So that you can convey that message or make it happen as though it were happening to you.
Sure.
So that's basically what I learned from Sinatra.
There was a huge musical blossoming for you, I think, in 1967. Not only with the Four Seasons, with songs like Beggin, that were just, a little more adventurous, or a little more out of the formula of that four part.
Right.
But then you come along with Can't Take My Eyes Off You, and it was like musically, a huge leap forward. Do you think Sinatra, in his friendship with you, gave you a little bit of confidence to take that leap?
Uh, we never talked about it, but I did understand what he was doing, and when we did discuss the importance of the lyric to a song,
Sure.
something I never really forgot. It's probably the most important part of anything. Before I record a song, the first thing I do is look at the lyric,
Sure.
and I want to know what the content is, so that I feel comfortable doing the song. Because if I don't feel comfortable with the lyric, I won't do the song.
Sure. So when you're doing something like How High the Moon, or Don't Take Your Love Away from Me, do you woodshed it at home? Do you listen to other versions of the song? How do you get inside of it?
Well, I've been doing Don't Take It Off From Me and How High the Moon for more than 50 years.
Wow. I love how you're doing some scatting at the end of Don't Take Your Love.
I must admit that I took that from Ella Fitzgerald, who did exactly that. And I never forgot that. It was one of the most interesting parts. I'd heard everybody sing How High the Moon, but nobody quite did it the way she did. And that little piece is the thing that I lifted and put in my version of it.
Oh my God, I love talking to my good pal, Frankie Valli. Oh my God, I can't believe we have Frankie Valli from the Four Seasons on the show. I can't believe this shit. Well, I don't know what you think of. What's the first thing that you think of when I say Frankie Valli? Do you think of Grease?
Sopranos?
The Sopranos? He was a cast member of The Sopranos? I don't know. What do you think of?
Jersey Boys. all the
Most
way.
Jersey Boys, a lot
The
of
only
people
thing.
would think of falsetto singing.
Oh yeah, there's that whole thing.
But here's the thing about Frankie Valli. Here's the thing that's revolutionary about Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. The thing is, in the 1950s, in the doo-wop harmony group era, 4 equal parts, bass to tenor, and they all sing in a group. But the thing about Frankie is, he could sing all 4 parts. He could sing from the bottom all the way up to the top. And with their first big hit song, Sherry, he showed off a 3.5 octave vocal range in one song.
That's a lot of
He's
octaves.
basically singing the lead and the backup at the same time. And that sound just grabs you right out of the speakers. Now, I cannot sing like Frankie Valli. Nobody can. But you're going to have a lot of fun watching me try. Oh, shit. You better sing along at home. Here we go. Sherry, through a lot. You people don't understand. When you sing a Frankie Valli song, you might lose a testicle. Like, you're talking about 4 octaves. I don't know if you've ever heard this, but Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, in the middle of the 1960s, they had so many hits. They were just neck and neck with the Beatles that they actually had too many hits at one point.
That's not a thing.
They had too many hits. They had 2 or 3 songs in the top 40 at one time, at all times in the middle 60s. And they had this song by Bob Dylan that they covered where Frankie is singing in this tiny little falsetto voice. And so they released it under a different name. The name was The Wonder Who. They didn't want people to know it was the Four Seasons because then they wouldn't play the song because they were already playing other Four Seasons songs. So I asked Frankie Valli, how did he end up covering a Bob Dylan song and having a hit under a different name? So let's go talk to Frankie Valli about Bob Dylan. 5, 4, 3, 2.
We did have a hit in falsetto on a Bob Dylan song called Don't Think Twice.
I've got it right here.
Right. The Wonder Who, right.
I was going to ask you about this. Frankie, excuse my language, but what the hell is the Wonder Who?
Well, the reason it came out as the Wonder Who and not the Four Seasons is we had 2 records out at the same time. I think it was Can't Take My Eyes Off You and Come On Marianne. And the record company thought it would hurt the other 2 records that were out. And it wasn't it wasn't originally supposed to be recorded the way it was recorded. We were in the studio and it was just checking out the microphone, and I was clowning around and doing this falsetto voice, and all of a sudden they hit the button and said, "Wait a minute, hold it. Let's do it like that." I said, "You're kidding me. I'm just fooling around here." No, let's do it like that.
You have that album where you do half Burt Bacharach songs and half Bob Dylan songs, right? Queen Jane, approximately, Like a Rolling Stone, Blowing in the Wind. And you never hear people having fun when they cover Bob Dylan. There's usually very, very serious. Were you always a Bob Dylan fan? Did you?
Yes, always. Bob Dylan, I was a big follower. The compositions that he wrote, lyrically, Bob Dylan has to go down in history as one of the great American poets.
Speaking of great songwriters, you were friends with one of the great early rock and roll songwriters, Otis Blackwell. You worked with Otis Blackwell.
He was sort of a mentor to me. I met him in 1650 Broadway when I was banging on doors, trying to get in. And I started doing work for publishers, doing demos for other singers.
Mm-hmm.
And Otis Blackwell, there was consideration for Don't Be Cruel for Us.
Ooh, been good.
And through Otis Blackwell, we ended up with a contract to do an album for RCA Victor. He wrote Handyman. He wrote Fever. I mean, this was a
Great Balls of Fire.
right.
And he wrote All Shook Up.
Return to Sender.
Yeah, brilliant. I would love to hear if Frankie Valli does Otis Blackwell record. Maybe we should work on that.
I have an original acetate of Otis Blackwell singing all those songs that he gave to Elvis.
Wow. Oh my God, I'm schwitzing. Are you schwitzing at home? Boys and girls, tough cookies, are you schwitzing? I missed schwitzing with you. Oh my God. I love it. Feels good on a Saturday night to get together and just schwitz like this together, especially with our good pal, Frankie Valli, from Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Oh my God. One of the things about Frankie Valli with his unbelievable vocal range is he very much influenced another artist that I love and I know that you love, which is Barry Gibb from the Bee Gees.
My God, I love the Bee Gees.
Barry Gibb has spoken many times that he feels that Frankie Valli was his main vocal influence. It's because, you listen to Bee Gees songs.
That makes a lot of sense.
Stay alive, ha, 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 Sherry, baby. Come on, you see it.
Yeah.
So why don't we go talk to Frankie about how he and the great Barry Gibb ended up working together on an iconic song from an iconic movie in the late 70s. Well, you know what it is. Let's go talk to Frankie about Barry Gibb and Grace. 5, 4, 3, 2. You embarked on a massively successful solo career, but the Four Seasons continued to have hit songs. And you're one of the only groups to survive all the rock and roll eras and have hits, even in the disco era. I wanted to ask you about working with the great Barry Gibb, who is another, like you, one of my absolute vocal heroes. How did you come to know Barry Gibb? And did you ever discuss how much you had influenced his vocals?
Well, even before we knew each other, I was a fan. And then we did a date together in LA with multiple acts. And we got talking, and I found out that he was a fan.
Yeah, of course.
And we had a conversation, I remember that day, where he said, maybe we'll do something together one day. I said, that'd be great, I said. And time went by, and along came Grease, and I had a call from Barry's office. Said, Barry wrote a song, he wants you to look at it, I'd love for you to do. And they sent me the song, and it was just guitar and Barry Gibb.
Yeah.
And I immediately fell in love with the song. I called Don Costa, who was a good friend of mine, and had worked with Sinatra on so many different projects and so many other artists in the business. I said, you have to come over here and hear this song. So he came over, he listened, he said, it's a smash.
Woo. Oh my God, I love talking to Frankie Valli. Oh my God.
I can
so
tell.
Fun.
I can tell.
How great is this?
I would love to talk to Frankie Valli.
How great is this? Before we move on, I just want to let everybody know we are going to be doing tough cookies just like this live for you once a month for the rest of the year. Right, George?
Yeah.
In addition to that, and we have an amazing guest lined up for the next episode. It's another New Jersey legend. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, shit.
Yes, that's all I'm going to say.
That leaves the door very open.
Stand by. We're going
for
to
a
be
lot of
announcing
speculation.
it very, very soon. In addition to these public, amazing, unpredictable, unscripted broadcasts.
Is it Glenn Danzig? Is that who it is?
I wish, but hush! Don't say.
I'm speculating. I'm not saying I'm speculating.
Enough.
There's a lot of
Just
speculation.
because you got
around.
tan, you think you're allowed to say shit.
I got tan in New Jersey.
did.
Sure.
But yeah, what's that trash beach you go to in New Jersey?
I will not give
Where
that
people,
away.
you said people smoke 2 cigarettes at one time while they're swimming.
That's my little oasis. I will not give that away.
In addition to doing these Tough Cookies episodes once a month, which we're going to find a way to do it, even though we're going to be on tour. That's right. I'm hoping to see everybody who's watching. We are going to be on tour in America. It's like 12 or 13 cities this fall.
In America, there's 12 or 13.
Yes. And as you all know, the news has circulated. There's a little bit of a pandemic going on.
A little bit.
Still going on.
Still raging.
And so I made the decision personally that in order to come to our shows, I want you to feel safe. When you come in the door of our show, I want you to just relax and let loose. And the only way that we can do that at our live shows is if we do vaccine verification and masking at our shows. There are some people that have let us know that that doesn't jive with what is right for them for all different reasons. It's
Okay.
okay. We are going to keep doing these Tough Cookie broadcasts once a month, me and Willie, with great guests, and we'll see you there. But I hope to see so many of you at the shows. It's going to be a smash. In addition to that, we have a little thing called toughcookies.tv, right, Georgie?
That's right.
And if you want to support this show, if you want to support Tough Cookies and Low Cut Connie and keep this energy going and flowing, you can become a member of patreon.com/lowcutconnie, where you can see 101 episodes of this. And you can see all of my interviews with all the great guests. I've interviewed so many people, including like 12 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame artists, Dion,
Beyonce's dad.
Beyonce's dad, Darlene Love, Sly and the Family Stone, Nancy Wilson from Heart. It's endless. Nick Hornby, check it out. Let's get back to talking about Frankie Valli. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, my favorite song from the middle 60s of theirs. Their initial, total takeover of the charts is a song that everybody knows, where you can see the influence of Bob Dylan, who we just talked about on this song, I think, because as Frankie told me, they started to think about more things than just partying and smooching in the back seat and all of that
There's
stuff.
more to life than partying, dude.
Frankie Valli's partner in the Four Seasons, Bob Gaudio, he wrote this song after getting stuck in traffic in New York City and seeing a young girl, homeless, begging for money on the side of the road. And he wrote this classic song that we're going to do for you. Please sing along. Ready, Willie? You start.
All right.
Start with the feet.
Oh yeah.
Here we go. I got it. Come on, sing with me. I'd turn her sad rags into glad rags if I could. But folks won't let me 'cause they think that she no good. Called her such a Yes, Ragdoll by the Four Seasons, Frankie Valli. It's better when he sings it. God, I love Frankie Valli so much. I talked to Frankie Valli about one of my absolute favorite, probably my absolute favorite, not only Four Seasons songs, but songs of the 1960s. It's a song that me and Willie have performed on Tough Cookies before. I believe it was, what episode was it, George?
33.
Episode 33. You
You
can
know
go.
that off the top of your head?
Wow,
What
George.
the heck is going
You
on?
can go to Patreon, youtube.com/lowcut Connie, and you can watch us do this song. It's a song that I love called Beggin, and I asked Frankie Valli about the song Beggin. We'll be back in. I want to ask you, I was mentioning Beggin in 1967. This is my favorite Four Seasons song. I mean, it's hard to narrow it down, but it seems like Beggin got like a whole new life in the 21st century. It's like a bigger hit now than it was then. Why do you think that song has gained so much stature over the years?
I think good music is good music, as I said earlier. And it just it's a matter of time before someone comes along and says, hey, this is a great song to redo. Now,
Sure.
Can't Take My Eyes Off You has gone through that at least 5 or 6 times and become a hit.
Sure.
So good music is forever. If anybody thinks that Irving Berlin and Cole Porter have gone by the wayside, that's totally untrue.
No.
Totally.
Evergreen. These are evergreen songs. And I find it interesting that Can't Take My Eyes Off You, that you and Gaudio had some difficulty getting it out. It seems like such an iconic song. It's hard for me, I wasn't born yet, to put myself in that time. Why, musically, why was that challenging to get that song out?
Well, the record company we were with at the time was concerned with the fact that they thought I might be leaving the group if I had a hit on my own. And that was never the plan. Right from the beginning, we had planned that we'd start off, and if we had some hits with the group, I would have this opportunity to do something a little different than what the group was doing. And the record company feared the fact that I would leave, and the group was hot at the time, and I had no reason to leave the group.
Sure.
Since I had been there to help form it from the beginning.
All right. Hands up. You're just too good to be true. I can't take my eyes off you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. Thank God love has arrived. I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. I can't take my eyes off you. Pardon the way that I stare. Nothing else can compare. All of you makes me weak. No words left to speak. So if you feel like I do, let me know that it's real. You're just too good to be true. I can't take my eyes off you. Come on, Will. much too good to be true. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you, baby, so much. I thank God I'm alive, and that this love is arrived. You're much too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off you. Yes! Woo! Is anybody doing robe time at home?
Maybe.
Anybody wearing a robe at home? Here's the thing. My robe is at the dry cleaner because fungus. There was actual bacterial growth after a year and a half of use.
101 hours of fungus.
I know. You could see 101 hours of fungus at patreon.com. No.
I thought you were
But you could do robe time at home.
It's not here because it's being shipped to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's a better
There
story.
you go.
It's going to the Rock Hall.
Going to
And
Rock Hall.
speaking of clothes
Taking
at the
a tour.
Rock Hall, I want to go talk to, for just a few seconds, my very, very good pal Greg Harris, who is the CEO of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He is a tough cookie. He's from Philadelphia. And he wants to show all of you a piece of Frankie Valli's wardrobe from the 1960s that is at the Rock Hall. So let's go to Cleveland right now and talk to Greg Harris. We'll be back real soon. 5, 4.
Hey, tough cookies. Again, I'm standing inside the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Just walked by blues, gospel, country. Elvis is in the gallery over there, rocking away. And I'm standing in front of Dion, the Wanderer. Sam Cooke's sweater up there. Jackie Wilson's sweater here. Unbelievable. Dwayne Eddy. Fats Domino. And none other than our guy today, Frankie Valli. Frankie, loving that jacket. And loving that you're being interviewed on Tough Cookies in South Philly with none other than our pal Adam Weiner.
I want to ask you, because the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is sponsoring this interview, and you have some clothing in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Now, I like to shop, and I like to look good on stage, and I have always admired you have fantastic style. You always had incredible style. Where did that come from?
I picked all the clothes for the band. And I was a clothing freak from grade school. I mean, believe it or not, I came from a relatively poor environment, but worked every summer and put money away so that I'd have money if I wanted to buy clothes for school or whatever. And I wore a suit to school every day. In grade school.
Wow.
So I was really into clothing and different clothing.
Yes! Oh my God! Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Greg Harris from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh my.
We're talking to God, I got carried away. Oh my God, what happened?
Man, like Frankie gets like a nice sweater or something. Like it looked very beautiful. Like
Yeah.
a vintage sweater, and then what would we have in the Rock Hall? Just like a bathrobe, a smelly bathrobe.
Chandra. Let's get Chandra the piano, the original low-cut Connie piano.
I ain't schlepping that thing to Cleveland.
You sure you fucking are? Who else is gonna do it?
Damn. Movers?
Thank you all so much. Thank you, Frankie Valli. If you would like to see the full interview with Frankie, because we talked for a long time, it will be posted right now.
Right now?
George, can we post it right now?
Press and post.
For all of our
Right
Patreon
now.
members, you can watch the full interview with Frankie Valli right now. Also, at the conclusion of this broadcast, this episode will be archived immediately at patreon.com/lowcutconnie.
There you go.
Don't look for it now because we're still doing it.
it's
Like,
happening.
we're happening
as we
now.
speak.
In the future, the past will be present. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Thank you all so much. We're going to do one more little tribute to somebody that we lost 2 weeks ago, an amazing musician from Jamaica. Really, the godfather of Jamaican music. Lee Scratch Perry. If you don't know who Lee Scratch Perry is, look him up. An amazing songwriter, singer, but most of all, producer. Here's a song that Lee Scratch Perry produced in the late 70s with the great Junior Murvin. For those of you that don't know Junior Murvin, this song was also covered by The Clash. Sing along if you know it. Come on. In the street, oh yeah, scaring the nation with the guns and ammunition. Police and thieves in the street, oh yeah, fighting the nation with the guns and ammunition. From Genesis to Revelation, the next generation is gonna lead. All the birds buzzed up, all that they say, nobody tried to stop it in any way now. Peacemakers trying to war officers. And ammunition, police cities in the street, oh yeah, scaring the nation with guns and ammunition. All the people, day by day, no one tried to stop it in any way. Turn a war officer. Hear what I say. I'm talking about Lee Scratch Perry, baby. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Scratch, baby, for all the amazing records, all the amazing spirit. Thank you, baby. I also want to thank tonight's guest, Frankie Valli. Watch that interview at Patreon. We're gonna see you real soon for episode 103. Stay tuned for an announcement. We're gonna catch you off guard. And for all those low-cut Connie fans out there, I will see you out there on tour. We can do it, babies. We can do it safely. Let's have a beautiful time together. We can do it. I love you all so much. Let's do a low-cut Connie song right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit it, baby. Oh. Come on, Will. Rough fucking week in America. I wanna throw my haircut against the wall. These boys and girls ain't having fun at all. They wanna lose their minds and have a ball. They be dreaming on a dance floor at night. These kids go way too hard. No, it's got the Duchess and let me in it. These kids are just way too high. Everybody say Okay. Sounds like a Fellini movie, right?